Welcome to NFL World, where NFL starts and ends. I'm your host, Jacob, and this episode will really just focus on the AFC and NFC Championship games because of the lack of NFL news, which happens at this time of year. 2 teams going to the Super Bowl, 30 teams at home, and doing nothing for a very much 5 months, I should say, 5-month period. But for the AFC champion Kansas City Chiefs, which they made the Super Bowl for 4th time in 6 years, let's talk about what they did. They ran the ball very effectively. Did they score a lot of points? No. But that's the style they want to play. They want to be a tough, physical football team, knowing what they lack on the outside. Travis Kelce, I believe, had 11 catches on 12 targets for over 100 yards, breaking Jerry Rice's record of 151 catches in a postseason plays in his NFL career. To which I want to say this. Yes, Travis Kelce broke that record. Yes, that's a great accomplishment for him. The reason he broke that record, couple things. One, Travis Kelce, Mahomes targets him a lot, even when he had Tyreek Hill and all these other guys. Targets Kelce more than anybody. The other thing is, excuse me, they throw the ball more than they used to back in the day. Back in the day, you might throw the ball 20 to 25 times. Now they throw the ball 40 at minimum. Doesn't matter who you have at quarterback, 40 times. That's the difference. So what Jerry Rice did was remarkable for his time. What Kelce's done is remarkable for this time. However, we should differentiate the fact that it's not just, okay, the rules dictate what we're trying to show. They've changed dramatically. But Travis Kelce did break Jerry Rice's record of 151 catches in postseason play. So congratulations to him. But Mahomes played really well in this game. I really want to talk about what Spagnuolo did that frustrated the Ravens. The Ravens could run the ball decently, but they couldn't win with it. They tried to throw it. They didn't really target OBJ at all or Isaiah Likely at all until later in game. Mark Andrews played, but he was on like one leg. Zay Flowers and Nelson Aguilar were the two most targeted guys, I think. And Lamar didn't look comfortable. He looked very timid. It looked like he was afraid to run at times. It's like, okay, there's nothing open. Take off. If it's man coverage, just take off. Don't worry about it. There was times he looked really like he didn't know what to do. And that's the thing, I think, with a lot of these quarterbacks is they get to a position of, I don't know what to do. My guys can't get open. Do I run? Do I not? Do I stay? Do I go? What do I do? That's where they were at, and that's where the Ravens were at. Now, I'm not going to say there was no questionable officiating. There definitely was. The one of the interception in the end zone likely is pushed before the ball gets intercepted. Whatever Gene Steratore tells you, he's incorrect. He's very incorrect because, yes, you shouldn't throw it in triple coverage. We all understand that. But he threw it. You see likely get pushed and the ball not even near the defender yet. Like, I don't know what else you can call pass interference at that point. That's pass interference in my opinion. But the second one, the one that I think was more egregious, and the one that even Tony Romo had to be like, what? What? Was the one the Ravens needed to score 10 points in a very short period of time. And Isaiah Likely is grabbed and kind of tackled at the same time on the same play. And they don't throw the flag. And even Tony Romo was like, "Huh? What?" And Gene Steratore was like, "That's a pass interference." Wasn't called. Ended up having to take a field goal. Chiefs ended up winning the game. But it was a lot. I thought they gave, at times, the Chiefs too much space, especially on Kelsey, way too much space to work. But they were just playing so soft coverage all the time. I don't know why, but they were. And props to that Ravens defense. Like, they allowed the Chiefs to score 17 points very quickly, but they didn't give up points for the rest of the game. Like, I don't know what you want out of a defense who's saying, "Okay, offense, just do something at some point. Do something." And they couldn't. Now, there was the fumble through the end zone, the interceptions, but that's gonna happen. You gotta find ways to correct that. Is it a shame that we're not gonna see this team in the Super Bowl? Absolutely. Because I thought this was the best team in the league. Them and the 49ers, which we'll get to in a minute. But I thought they were the best team in the league. I thought the Chiefs were the second or third best team in the league. Oh, and third best team in the AFC. I didn't think they were the best team. And they just caught the Ravens on an off day, and that really stings if you're a Ravens fan. Now, moving to the NFC Championship game. The Lions had this game for, I wanna say, 45 of the 60 minutes. It it was one of those games. The Lions were up at one point 17-7, or not 17-7, but 17 uh up 17 points, 24-7, I should say. And it was just felt like, okay, the Lions got this. They got this. 49ers are gonna go home. It's gonna be very disappointing for the Niners. The Lions are in the Super Bowl. They haven't ever won. They didn't win a playoff game for 32 years. Then they've won 2 in the same year. Like, that's insane. And then in the second half, the bottom falls out. The offense can't get going. They can't run the ball as effectively. They didn't adjust. And the defense started to give up plays. Now, there was that one play that Ayuk hits the defender's mask, and it ricochets off and lands in Ayuk's hands. But at the same time, that's not what affected game. Dan Campbell goes for it on a 4th down, doesn't get it. That shifted momentum. But they were still winning in the game. I think they were winning 24-21 or something like that. And they decide instead, we're not kicking the field goal, we're going for it again. And they don't get it. And that's when I really think, okay, momentum change. Because if you at least make it 6, even if they score a touchdown, you're not that far behind. Now you're quite a ways behind. You're 4 points or 10 points behind. And then you try to punch it in on the goal line. You can't. You have to take a late timeout. You finally get a touchdown, but then you have to take an onside kick. You have 2 timeouts. Just wasn't going to work. So people said, blame Jared Goff. No, Jared Goff was not the reason you lost. Jared Goff was one of the reasons you were in this game. Drop passes by Josh Reynolds. The one he had to shift from his left foot to his right foot. It's a hard catch. The ball's outside. It's a hard catch. But the other one, it's a vertical route, which I think that's where the Chiefs can actually beat the Niners, is running the ball and running those crossing routes, because that's really what gave them fits. But I truly, truly think, like, Josh Reynolds, he dropped that other one that would have extended the drive into another first down. So those are 2 drops he had. You didn't target St. Brown at all in the second half. You didn't run the ball well in the second half, and your defense gave up big plays, which was the weakest part of this defense was their secondary. So let's look at it from the Niners' point of view. You came back 24 unanswered points or 27 unanswered points. I'm a little concerned if you got to play a defense and you have to do that. That's 2 times in 2 weeks. That's concerning. Kansas City's got a good defense, young players, but a good defense. You must be better than that. But if you're the Niners, Debo, he was out there, he was fighting through pain. Ayuk had a big game. Kittle was, all over the place a little bit. Didn't really have to be much involved. Juan Jennings made a great catch, one-handed catch in the first half. McCaffrey was McCaffrey, and that's what you got to do. But if there's concern level, we can't be like that and have to come back in games. But the Niners topped the Lions 34-31, and the Chiefs topped the Ravens 17-10. But what do you guys think of the AFC and NFC Championship game? For NFL World, I'm Jacob Hebert. Out.